100% fun. 100% fun. You don't need a bunch of weird math tricks to figure that out. So I just wanted you guys to see how much fun it is to leave the indoctrination of the left and to leave the brainwashing cult of the Democrat Party. Look at how much fun these folks are having out here. Let's just go in. Let's just go in. I dance like a white boy, but let's do it. Everybody, let's get into it. Get stoned. Hey yo, Deshroyer here for Infowars.com. I'm just arriving at the scene of the March for Our Lives in Austin, Texas. Got my NRA hat on, got my Infowars shirt on, got my Infowars mic flag. So I'm sure they're going to be very loving and peaceful to me and just really appreciate me being here and probably want to speak to me and tell me all their views and why they think gun control is the answer. Now, there's a lot of things wrong with this just from the outset. One, this is in response to the Florida shooting. Well, if you're going to blame guns for the Florida shooting, let's at least get our priorities right here, and let's look at the FBI that failed dozens of times to do anything about Cruz with multiple warnings, local law enforcement that knew he was violent, knew he'd made threats in the past, even with weapons, and had multiple calls to his home. Even the school knew he was a problem. And yet somehow he slips through the cracks, beats the FBI's background check system, and buys a weapon to go shoot up the school. So if you're going to blame guns, again, you should at least blame the FBI, local law enforcement that didn't even go in to the school in Coward County. But no, they just want to come after the guns because it's all about a political agenda. It's not about protecting children. It's not about doing the common sense thing. No, there is no common sense involved here. There's a left-wing, radical, left-wing extremist political agenda. So that's one. Two, a gun is an inanimate object. So to say we need to control an inanimate object, well, that's probably what would be classified as insanity, trying to control an inanimate object.
This is a semi-automatic handgun, not an evil entity that sits around thinking of ways to kill your children. It's made of plastic and metal, much like many of the objects you come in contact with on a daily basis. It has no brain or consciousness, therefore it cannot speak for itself or act for itself. These are handgun cartridges, not bullets. This is a magazine, not a clip. The cartridges have no brain either, therefore they cannot load themselves into a magazine. And again, the magazine has no brain or consciousness, therefore it cannot put itself into the magazine well of the handgun. And never once did this gun try to load itself and shoot me, and I gave it every opportunity.
I said shoot me, maggot! You're worthless! You're nothing but a piece of metal and plastic! What are you gonna do about it? I said shoot me! Give me 33!
Guns don't kill people, people kill people. Guns defend people against people with smaller guns.
Uh-huh.
So you already heard my two reasons why gun control makes no sense in this scenario. And then also, here, let me just flip this around real quick. Here, look at my shirt. Give me liberty or give me death. Patrick Henry once said, give me liberty or give me death. We chose liberty in 1776. These people are now choosing death in 2018, folks. Really sad. Really sad. What happened in the Maryland school shooting? A good guy with a gun stopped it from happening. How many people died in the Maryland shooting? 0, because a good guy with a gun was on the scene. Patrick Henry said that. And back then, we chose liberty. But these days, a lot of people choose death. Look at this. You see, this is a good man with a gun right here, a police officer. He's here to protect us. I guarantee you that that gun is not going to go off in his holster. No, you need a human behind it, folks. Do you like Infowars, man? Huh? No? Fake news? Well, what have we reported that's fake?
I don't know.
Seriously, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. Help me out here.
No, I've heard there's a lot of inaccuracies in InfoWars, and I'm not a liberal. I'm conservative, so I don't know.
But can you cite some, though? Don't you think it would be helpful to know?
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Okay, so maybe I'm...
All right, well, that's fair. I would double check. We're not fake news. We're groundbreaking. That's why they lie about us. For real. Thank you. Yeah. See, folks, you can't believe in hearsay like that. All right. Now, they have a press area set up here. Look at this. Media check-ins. Give me a break. Media check-in. Here, I'm the media right here. I'm not checking in, though. If I sat down here, they'd probably all get triggered. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to sit down. Yeah, for a march to start at noon and for it to be pretty empty like this, I guess I was just seeing the regular street traffic in Austin coming in. I thought they were for this march, but pretty low energy crowd here. Did I call that or what? Did I call that or what? What's up, man?
This is American Disabilities.
Oh. Okay, sorry about that. Yep, I'll move. I'll get out of the seats. Yep, no problem. I call that or what? Media check-in. There's no media even here. I don't even recognize these guys. I've never been a fan of these press areas. They're always overcrowded and obnoxious. I'm all about liberty. We got some more people showing up. We got some more signs out here. Here, we'll walk down the Capitol row here. See if people aren't handing out signs and whatnot. Oh, look at this. I'm being called out. Oh, this is just beautiful. Yes, hello.
Need to
Yeah.
check in over here.
Well, no, I'm not with press. I'm just a First Amendment free citizen out here. That's all. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, guys. What a ridiculous. Well, you saw it. I don't need to tell you what happened right there. See this? You notice every time I go live, the live viewers stop at 1.5 thousand. Has anybody else noticed that? It's like the 10th time in a row this happens. It boosts up to 1.5 and then it just stops. I mean, it was too obvious that they were going to try to shut me down. So first they tried to shut me down when I went to sit in those chairs that were totally empty. So they shut me down on that, predicted that. And then they tried to shut me down again. They say, well, the press needs to check in. I need to check in? See, these people are all about control, okay? Get in line. See, but it's all about their control because you notice how they don't want border control. No, they want to control an American citizen from recording and reporting from the scene, but they don't want to control a wide open border that could have violent criminals pouring over it. Oh, wait, that does have violent criminals pouring over it, coming here, murdering and raping people. That's just a fact. But, you know, I show up and I need to check in. Check in. See, these people are so predictable. And then you just say, no, I have a First Amendment right, and they back down. Because that's it. What else are they going to do?
She doesn't like the Trump sign.
Is it okay if you stop? Oh no, it's wrong. Because it sounds really. I thought something was wrong. Yeah, I'm cool. But no one else.
Stop it. Get some help.
See, this is the funny thing too. Here, I know that I'm going to get this by the end of the day. Well, you came here with an NRA hat. You're looking for trouble. No, I'm not. I'm wearing a hat is looking for trouble. So you know by the end of this deal that people are going to be telling me that I can't have this hat, that I'm trying to cause, you know, a commotion by wearing a hat. And it's like, dude, if you're triggered by a hat, I don't think I'm the one with the problem. But you know, we'll let you ponder on that. Yeah. Again, I just, they use these buzzwords like common sense, but then they have none. I just don't get it.
You guys are missing the point.
What's the point?
It's all about Norwegians.
Norwegians?
Norwegians. Norwegians. We got to keep them out of the country. Okay, people are just laugh. Anytime I bring it up, people just laugh like you.
Why do you want to keep the Norwegians out?
They smell like herring.
Well, I'm actually kind of with you.
That was interesting. It's a happy day in the neighborhood. About 70 degrees here in Austin. Sun tucked away behind a heavy layer of clouds. What do you think, Dad? I'm a pretty good weatherman, right? We hope there's no precipitation in the forecast today. Storm clouds rolling in around 3. The march should be concluded by then. And if the crazy gun owners point their guns at the sky and shoot the storm clouds down, we'll all make it home safe.
The cow says moo. Butterfly don't say nothing. Pig says you have the right to remain silent.
I'm just playing. I don't play with the law. I don't play with the law. State on Productions. Okay.
What brings you guys out here today?
Gun control.
So that actually seems like a pro-gun sign, though. How is that an anti-gun sign?
No.
Oh, you're like saying, yes, take my gun.
Take my gun.
Oh, okay, so yes, be a slave.
Yes, what?
Yes, be a slave.
No.
Do you think the slaves that created this country had guns? Do you think they were allowed to have guns?
I think that you're here for your own agenda, and I'm here for my agenda.
No, I'm just asking a question. Do you think the African-American slaves that helped build this country had the rights to guns?
Go talk to somebody else. You're at the wrong rally.
Gotta go.
The NRA, what's the NRA done?
Yeah, you got the hat on, buddy.
The NRA instructor stopped a mass shooting in Sutherland.
180. You did it 180. You betrayed the people.
What do you mean? How do we betray the people? You guys are marching against the firearms.
You're against them.
That's you betraying the country.
Firearms. That's where you're wrong.
No one's marching against firearms. Okay. Your sign says literally come and take it, but somehow you're not marching against firearms. Semi-automatics, like AR-15s, you don't like those?
Exactly. We don't like.
What percentage of gun deaths in this country are committed by...
They're used by the military.
Military has full automatic. No, the military needs bigger weapons than that, like fully automatic and tanks and stuff.
That's when they need them.
What percentage of violent crime in the United States has an AR involved?
Military.
All right, you can't answer the question. Hey, sir, how you doing today? Can I read your sign?
Sure you can.
All right. Gun control only disarms law-abiding citizens and results in only criminals having guns. Wow, you must know your history, sir. So just let me know what brought you out here today. What brought you out here to this march, and why do you have this sign out here?
Someone has to give the message and the truth so that people know that gun control is not going to help anyone, and it will actually cost lives.
Now, they say they're for common sense gun measures for gun control, but common sense to me is that if you're at the scene of a crime or a shooting and your first reaction is you wish you had a gun, why are you calling for gun controls? And if you think that the president is Hitler, why do you think turning all the guns into that government is a good decision? I mean, where's the common sense?
I agree with you completely. Common sense is just a buzzword to try to sell their agenda, that's all.
Just like everything else, it's all about an agenda, isn't it?
That's correct.
Now, you've got an NRA hat on. I've got an NRA hat on out here. Has anybody talked to you or given you any remarks or anything yet?
I've had a few thumbs up. I've had one lady who said that everything on my sign is a lie. Mostly people just don't look me in the eye, that's all.
All right, let's see. Let's let the audience review here. Is there anything on here that's factually incorrect? Nope. Nope. Seems like it's all actually accurate and cited and sourced. All right, sir. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for being out here today.
Thank you.
All right. So now notice, I just talked to the Second Amendment activist. Now notice how he was calm, he was polite, he had a conversation, he could stake his claims. Now, do you think I'm going to get that from the other side? I doubt it. People don't understand that most gun deaths are actually from suicide. So when they cite gun deaths and they cite the statistics, they don't like to mention that 75% of those are actually from suicide. So it's not somebody shooting one another, it's from someone shooting themselves, which as that lady correctly pointed out, that's a mental health thing. And so now you need to look at the drugs or whatever is leading to that. But that doesn't mean that you take everyone else's rights away. That's just silly. That doesn't make sense. Just because one person, can't handle themselves or whatever the case may be, you don't take the rights away. It shall not be infringed. That's the Second Amendment. So
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
But you better watch out for Cortez. I mean, she may be an idiot, but the people behind her are not. And that's why her controllers don't want her talking to people out there. She might think something she shouldn't be thinking, and then she might say something that she maybe shouldn't say, and then, whoa, all of a sudden, some other things start to creep into her head. So that's what's going on. This should have been a mainstream story today. Stoneman Douglas Commission votes overwhelmingly in favor of arming trained teachers. Now, think about that. Of all the debate, of all the pontification, of all the town halls, of all the Democrat events, of all the marches, of all the bullcrap that came from the shooting, the tragic event at Stoneman Douglas High, of all the politicization, of all the leftist tactics to politicize and lie, what actually happened? What did the people actually involved in this at the school do? They voted to arm the teachers. Is anybody reporting on that? Any marches for that? Any Democrats want to comment on that? The people that actually suffered want the teachers armed. It's called common sense. Get some. Right off the bat, you just look at what's happened really in the last month or so with some of the outbursts where you have a transgender individual go full-on toxic masculinity and threaten to become a sir.
Chromosomes don't necessarily mean you're male or female.
Gender.
With gender
identity. Go ahead. No, so
especially, but even so, you have a thing like Klinefelter's syndrome. So you don't know what you're talking about. You're not educated on genetics.
Would you like to discuss the genetics?
no.
What are your genetics?
You cut that out now, or you'll go home in an ambulance.
Yeah, that seems mildly inappropriate for a political discussion.
Really, that's what it's all about, is gender fluidity. I mean, you're a woman when it makes sense for you to be a woman, when it's culturally advantageous for you to be a woman, when it's, then you want to be a woman. But then when it's advantageous for you to be a man, then you're a man. So that's what we have to look forward to. More psychopaths with Trump derangement syndrome. Oh, you want to know who was really upset when they canceled the Women's March? This guy. Because, I just love going to the Women's March and getting spat on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm enjoying this. I really am.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit, man. You wouldn't be able to do this in any other country. There's some real broadcast gear, buddy.
Yeah, nobody knows who you are. You're literally a nothing. You're nothing.
I got $60,000 on my stomach right now, bitch. Go get some real gear.
Congratulations to you. You have 0 viewers. You got $60,000, but you have 0 viewers.
Of a humanoid.
Someone like you.
What is the definition of a humanoid?
An ignorant dumbass like you.
An ignorant dumbass like me. Do you know what ignorant means? Ignorant means unaware of knowledge or lacking of a comprehensive attention.
I'm asking you what that is. Oh, I'm sorry. You're just a drunk.
Look at this fucking guy. Now he wants to get loud because he's getting pissed.
I'm so mad.
Fuck you.
Oh, look at how mad I am.
InfoWar pig. Fuck you.
I feel bad for you.
Fuck you. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for your future.
Look at you. You're literally foaming at the mouth.
I feel bad for your children.
You look like a rabid dog.
Foam at the mouth because people like you are fucking pigs. And you're everything that's wrong with America. You fucking pigs. Fuck you. Fuck InfoWars. Fuck your followers. Fuck all you Zion pigs. Fuck all you racist pigs. Fuck all you pieces of shit.
You're sad.
Fuck Info. You're fucking sad. Look at you. Look at you, you piece of shit. You can't even tell me the definition of a fucking word. You uneducated motherfucker. I got a degree in fucking engineering. I got an
No, you don't.
right here.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have a degree in shit.
Fuck you. Fuck
You're a fake poser.
you, pig.
You're a poser.
Fuck true fascist. You're a fucking fascist pig.
Hold this. Hold this.
Man down!
And you know what I also said? I said, you know what, officer? He spat on me. What if I just decided to rear back and knock him out and clock him right there? And you know what they said? You'd be arrested. So this crazed lunatic is allowed to spit on me and not get arrested. And if I take justice into my own hands and rub his face into the pavement, I get arrested. So what does that tell you?
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
What the hell is that? Swinging at me, trying to punch me, trying to fight me, cursing at me, going raging. I mean, just full-on libtard right there in the middle of the streets for all to see. Spitting at people, throwing punches. The cops see everything. They see the evidence. They see the video, and they do nothing? I love that. And I'm not going to get to have that this year because they canceled the Women's March. And, of course, you know why? They say because it was too white. Yeah, hi. First off, I just want to apologize for being a cisgender male. My skin is white. I grew up in the middle class in America, so I'm very privileged, and I'm even sorry that I'm even having to order from you right now, and you're even having to store me. So I'm just sorry for that. I'm really sorry. Now, can I get a number 5, large with a Dr. Pepper, please? Thank you. Here's the solution to that. Just have a black women's march. Just exclude white people. In fact, I'll do you one better. Have a non-white women's march. You're getting all the white women out that you don't want, screw the whitey, and you're still having your women's march, screw the man. So it's beautiful.
Sorry, I'm white. I'm sorry, I'm male.
Everything that we saw in 2018 is just a taste, just a tiny little flavor of what you're going to get in 2019. So here we go. I'm at the University of Texas in Austin, and we're going to talk to some people here today. We're going to figure out what they think about Donald Trump and his alleged ties to Russia.
Honestly, I don't believe I'm educated enough in the subject. I haven't done enough research, so I don't think I can speak on this topic.
Would you say that most of your fellow students would say the same thing?
Yeah.
Not entirely sure like how to make an informed opinion because I haven't looked too much into it myself.
I really don't care about politics.
What do you think about that?
Oh, we don't know anything about that.
You guys don't know anything about that?
No, I stay out of politics.
I don't think I know enough to make a substantive comment on it.
See, that I don't know.
I think that it's important to, I don't really know.
Who do you think Trump cares more about, the American people or Vladimir Putin?
Ooh. It's hard, but I'd have to say Vladimir Putin.
I am starting to think that Putin might be on this campus right now because nobody seems to know anything.
Personally, I don't believe that he won the election because of a Russian influence, but I'm sure, does he have some sort of business ties in his personal lives? I don't know, perhaps. But I don't think we should fear Russia. I think America is clearly better than Russia, and if they make a move, we're gonna punch them in the mouth. I'm not.
You're not worried about Trump holding back on that, is what you're saying?
No, I'm not.
I just remember that a lot of news outlets such as CNN and New York Times really talked a lot about that.
Putin's got him wrapped around his finger, and thus America falls into whatever Putin wants.
So I'm curious, what is the evidence you've seen that has led you to that belief?
Social media, rumors, all those things. No facts, just whatever I see on the media.
No facts.
Intelligence officials, NBC News is reporting exclusively that Russian President Vladimir Putin was directly involved in the operation.
Hard face attack.
So it appears that the propaganda is not working on college students because they're just not paying attention. This is Owen Schroyer for Infowars.com. I'm outside the Donald Trump rally in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we have found somebody that does not like Donald Trump. What is it that you don't like about Donald Trump, ma'am?
He's a liar and a cheat. He hasn't shown us his tax reforms yet. He's chosen a cabinet that's going to destroy our public school system. He's going to give tax breaks to the rich. He's going to put it on the poor.
He's going to give tax breaks to everyone.
He promised if he was elected that he would immediately show his tax returns. I haven't seen him. Why? What's he hiding?
Technically, he hasn't even been inaugurated yet, so what if he gets inaugurated and then shows his tax returns? Then you'll like him?
Well, no, he said he was going to release them immediately. You know, he hasn't done that. What's he hiding? Plus, he's putting nothing but 1%ers in the cabinet who can sell off their stocks with no penalty, no capital gains before the big crash is coming. He and all of his cronies will have all their money stacked away on offshore accounts.
What offshore account does Donald Trump have? Or can you name one of his cabinet members that has an offshore account?
Come on, buddy, get real.
So no?
Can you name it that he doesn't? I'm going to play a trump on you. He didn't win the popular vote.
Well, the burden of proof is on the state.
You're innocent until proven guilty. I've heard this for so long.
No, the burden of proof is on him.
In this case, you're guilty until proven innocent.
He doesn't come out and say he won the popular vote when he didn't.
Well, that's apparently still being investigated. You know the recounts have actually added votes to Donald Trump's total?
Yeah, but she still won more. And the point is why is he...
Have you looked at the map, though?
Why is he fighting it? Why is he fighting...
What is he fighting?
He's got lawsuits to stop all the...
The recounts have helped him.
Well, why is he fighting them then?
I really don't think he is fighting. He doesn't seem to be fighting it too much. He didn't even mention it tonight.
Read something else besides your web page. Read the Washington Post. Read the New York Times.
Say what? The dishonest media did not explain that I called the fake news the enemy of the people, the fake news. They dropped off the word fake. And all of a sudden, the story became the media is the enemy. They take the word fake out. And now I'm saying, oh, no, this is no good. But that's the way they are. So I'm not against the media. I'm not against the press. I don't mind bad stories if I deserve them. And I tell you, I love good stories, but we won't talk.
So the Trump hit pieces.
All they do is report what he says, which is pure crap.
They cut it up, they edit it to make him look bad.
Oh yeah, right. Like
he hates women, he's racist with no proof.
Like they made a phony when he made fun of a disabled.
More hit pieces, more attack, more slant.
They're reporting what he says, what he does.
Did you support Hillary Clinton, ma'am?
Yes, I did.
So you hold Donald Trump to that high standard, but you don't care when Hillary Clinton says that black people are super predators?
She did say that, and that was a slip up. That was a very.
Oh, so it's a slip up when Hillary does it?
No, it was. I think her actions speak louder than her words. All of her work with the Children's Defense Fund, I think her actions speak much higher than.
You know that she defended a child rapist?
She defended a man
who raped a child.
That evidently wasn't. Did he rape it? Was
yes.
He convicted? So there you go. But everybody in our country is able to have a defense, and I support everyone having their day in court.
So what about Hillary Clinton getting a day in court?
She was exonerated. They spent millions of dollars investigating her and came up with nothing.
Well, we'll find out, I think, with more time to come. But let me just ask you this, okay? Let's say that Donald Trump isn't a liar. Let's say that all the things the media said about him. See, you're closed-minded, ma'am. Why can't you be open-minded to that? Why can't you give Donald Trump a chance?
Because I don't. He's proven.
If we fall for
Bannon, what is he having Bannon being the?
What's wrong with Bannon?
Where do I start?
You can start anywhere you want.
Breitbart.
What's wrong with Breitbart? Very credible news source.
All right, the interview's done because you and I are not. That if you call that a credible, it
sounds funny.
What have they reported on that's not true?
I'm out of here. How about his security guy leaks false reports about a pizza place?
I'm sorry, what false reports?
That Hillary Clinton was holding a child.
That was never said.
You know what? If you put this on.
We'll put the whole thing.
No, I don't want you to. I'm giving.
Why not?
Permission. Because
Because you just tried to say things with no proof?
It just came out. They
What came out, ma'am? Have you looked into what they're talking about? Do you even know what it is?
The security guy.
Okay, what is it that he tweeted about that's not true?
His name?
So General Flynn's son tweets about, do you know what? Hashtag Pizzagate. Have you looked into it?
Yes, I have, and so have.
So what did you find?
He tweeted it also.
So what did you find?
Reports.
What did you find?
One of our finest citizens here went and shot up the place.
No, that didn't happen. That's a lie.
I will sue you, and I will, if you put this.
I'm a snitch, Avery. You're a snitch, Avery. That's what we said.
Are you a snitch?
Uh-huh.
You are a snitch?
Uh-huh.
And you're proud of it?
No.
If you put this.
For what?
Because it's shame.
You consented to the interview. No, the sad thing is, ma'am, here's the thing. I want to have, that's fine. All right, so here's the thing. I tried to have a conversation with this woman. I tried to hear her point of view. I'm open-minded. Tell me how Trump's bad. And she provided nothing.
How can you say it's a lie? They just kicked.
What's a lie? What are you talking about?
They tweeted a false report.
What false report? What was false? See, you can't say it, ma'am. What? So again, I'm just asking questions, and this is what happens when people who hate Trump try to answer them. They stutter around, and they have nothing to say. I was open-minded. I tried to have a conversation with her. She threatens to sue me. She just says I'm discredited, and she wants some more, apparently.
What? How do you look at yourself in the mirror?
With my two eyes.
Is the Whip Sound app contextually appropriate here?
It is, but I think you might have waited too long for it to be funny.
What's wrong? It's still funny.
This is Owen Schroyer for Infowars.com. I'm at the Parker United Methodist Church here, a polling location for the 2018 midterm elections, and you have Amit Motawi and Pio Renteria out here campaigning. As you can see, there's the polling location right there. There's Amit Motawi, and there's Pio Renteria, and they've been here campaigning at this exact location all day long. So, figure document that. The law says you have to be 100 feet from the polling location, so even if that's the front door, you're looking at something very interesting here.
Hello. You're out here trying to protect the integrity of the vote today, correct? I'm just curious, have you guys set up the markers for the 100 feet zones?
No.
You guys haven't set that up?
The election.
They're in charge of that? Interesting. Do you know why they didn't set that up today? No, so you've not heard anything about that? You might want to look into that. I think
that's not really my
careful what I do.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Let's see what we got here. There's 100 feet right there. So this is actually probably less than 100 feet because we've got some slack in the line. But this is where technically you are not allowed to campaign. And there's Pio Renteria literally within 100 feet right now campaigning.
Where do you stand on what issues? On me? Yeah. Oh, I'm not a direction. I know the housing, but
Sir, do you realize, sir, Mr. Renteria, no, that's fine, sir. Do you realize you're breaking the law right now?
No, I'm not.
That's the 100 feet restriction zone right there to campaign. You've just broken the law, sir. And I also have you on film breaking the law earlier today, too. No, sir, this is the polling place right here, so.
Whatever you want to.
Well, I'm catching you right now breaking the law. You know that.
Okay.
And it's not just you. Your friend Amit Motawi also broke the law, and so did your campaign staffers. So he's going to ignore the fact he just broke the law. Do you know you're breaking the law right now, sir?
Okay, was it the campaign that's doing that, or like?
No. The law says 100 feet from the polling place. Nobody marked it out. You'd think you would have thought of that before you came out here.
Yeah, I asked the judges, and they said behind the marker, so that's what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
So did you take the Beto thing off because you knew it was illegal to have it within 100 feet now? Is that why you took it off? I'm just curious. That's a man who knows he got caught illegally campaigning right there. No, it's first person consent state, ma'am. I know the law.
So here's the guys voting for the fake Indian, Elizabeth Warren. Hey, it's okay. I'm black, too. I play in the NBA. Power forward for the Lakers. Dude. What, dude? You gonna call the cops?
I could.
Okay, you can call the cops. That's fine. See, it's so funny. People don't deal with real press in this country anymore. I know the law. I am not breaking the law. You're not going to intimidate me. There's no real media left in this country. They think they can just scare you and intimidate. Oh, I'm going to call the cops. It's free speech out here. Hey, I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not breaking any laws.
We're just trying to keep the peace.
I understand, but so I don't get free speech because of them.
No, you can talk, but just not right here.
But you know, legally I can talk right there, though. Legally I can. I know. I don't want you guys to have any paperwork either, but I'm working out here.
I got you.
And that's my job, to talk to these people and expose them for who they are.
This is considered harassment. How about this man who's campaigning for himself illegally right there? How is that not harassment?
For French TV, you're going to be a star in French TV.
So he's once again campaigning.
Representative of most Americans. Just
no, we love this guy.
You all know that.
No, actually, I am representative of Americans. We stand up for justice, and we stand up for truth, and we stand up for the law. So yeah. Well, now I'm talking to like 6 different people. So I mean, what do you want me to do?
Say hi to friends.
Within 100 feet of the actual booths.
Say hi to friends,
you're
pal.
wrong about.
What's the law say then, ma'am? The law says 100 feet of the polling place. That's actually technically the corner of the lot, which is right there.
No, it isn't.
All right. Do you know the law?
Yeah, I do.
Really? It's funny. Everybody made fun of me for filming, and now they're all filming me.
Say hi to friends.
Hello. We love you, France. Viva la France. Viva la France. You guys aren't having any political issues right now. You guys need to do something about your borders. There's riots in France every night. Paris, it's not good. There's a lot of violence. I'd love to travel to France, but it's honestly really sad, everything that's going on there. But this is incredible. So I'm out here documenting illegal campaigning in Austin, Texas, and all the media wants to talk about me now and act like I'm some sort of a crazy person. So this is true guerrilla journalism.
What do you think?
I'm the crazy person. Yeah.
I didn't say that. Trump said, make America great again. Macron said, make our planet great again. But should we choose the planet or America?
Oh, how are you going to make the planet great again?
Clean it up. ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Qué necesitas?
Da unten.
Clean it up.
Well, you can't even clean up your own country. It's not very big. How are you going to clean up the planet?
Talking about the environment.
It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough.
What's your name?
Owen Schroyer from Infowars.com.
Infowars. You're famous. You're famous in France. Everybody knows Infowars.
That's right, because we're changing the world, man. We're changing the world out here. That's all. See, look at how everybody wants to film me. See, now I'm the story. You see how that works? Even yourself. You were laughing at me a minute ago. Now you can't get enough of me.
No, don't get carried away.
It's a fact, sir. Are you filming me now or not?
We're both filming each other.
But I came out here to film illegal behavior. You came out here to film me. So now I'm the story in France. I love it. I love it. It's called Making the World Great Again, Make France Great Again, Make America Great Again. It's all good. You just need to be real. You just need to follow the law. When you see people breaking the law, call them out on it. Just, try to elect politicians that aren't going to be puppets for globalists, and we'll be fine. That video was from a month ago when I was telling that guy about the riots in France. It's actually funny. He came up to me later. We didn't have it on film, but he was making fun of me. He's like, there's no riots. There's no riots in France. It's fake news. And I'm just laughing at the guy. I'm like, do you think I'm blind? Are you blind? And now here we are a month later. It's one of the biggest stories in the world, the riots in France. So here's a guy in France who's so clueless. I'm across the pond and I have more idea what's going on in his own country. That's how clueless these people are. I'm in front of the Austin City Council building where I am set to speak, where they have public communications here. And I'm going to bring up a big issue of Planned Parenthood getting a government-owned property to rent for $1 a year. Now, this has been going on since 1972. They just voted to extend this for up to 40 years, a major advantage for Planned Parenthood. But that's not all there is to the story. So I went to City Council today to raise awareness for this. I gave them all the facts. Let's see how it went. Thank you, Mayor Adler, the members of the City Council present today. Mr. Renteria, last time I saw you, you were illegally campaigning outside of a polling place. That's not what I'm here to talk about today. What I'm here to talk about today is a giant pay-for-play scam, at the very least, happening in the state of Texas and Austin. This month, this city council voted to once again allow Planned Parenthood to rent government-owned property for free, or $1 a year. This property is valued at a fair market price per year of $110,000. This property is also about to receive renovations with the price tag of $1.2 million. This property had a bidder, Austin Life Care, who made a fair market bid to rent the property, and Austin Life Care offers the same services as Planned Parenthood, minus the abortions. That bid was ignored. Now, Planned Parenthood has been receiving this advantage since 1972, and thanks to this city council, that could go on for another 40 years. So it is fair to say that this Planned Parenthood clinic is costing taxpayers millions of dollars. This on top of the millions of taxpayer dollars Planned Parenthood receives a year, $500 million this calendar year, $1.5 billion over the last 3 years, yet this clinic needs free rent. Before I ask this city council to justify this decision, which goes against millions of Texans' spiritual, religious, and political beliefs, I will point out what to me is criminal pay-for-play activity happening between the Democrats, some of which are on this city council, mind you, you identify as Democrats, and Planned Parenthood. In 2018, according to FEC filings and open secrets reports, the following Texas Democrats in Congress received campaign contributions from Planned Parenthood. Alred Collin, $1,500. Gina Jones, $3,000. Joseph Cosper, $1,500. Sylvia Garcia, $2,500. Lizzie Fletcher, $2,200. Joaquin Castro, $1,000. So if this is untrue, I'm waiting to hear these Democrats disavow it. Or I think this requires I file a federal complaint. How can any entity that receives government money be contributing to campaigns specifically to only one party? So, not to mention the millions of beating hearts stopped by Planned Parenthood every year. They receive billions of dollars in taxpayer funds. They contribute politically to only the Democrat Party, and this city council decides to give them free rent. We just voted to expand government spending in Austin. We can't afford giving millions of dollars away in free rent, let alone to Planned Parenthood, when a similar organization offered to pay a fair price. So I ask, and I'd like to get an answer today from this city council, how do you justify the decision to allow Planned Parenthood to rent in this city for free? And that's funny to Mr. Renteria. Do you realize that Planned Parenthood has admitted that they stopped beating hearts And we're going to fund that? So there's no comment from this city council. Mayor Adler, can you justify that decision for the city of Austin?
It's your time. Thank you. Next speaker that we have, Mr. Clinton. And then after Mr. Clinton, Mr. Leon will be next.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Austin City Council totally ignores my question and cannot justify their decision to continue to allow Planned Parenthood to occupy a government-owned property rent-free, costing the Austin taxpayers and the payers of taxes millions of dollars. And isn't it fitting that just as I sit there and wait for them to justify why they made that decision, they all ignore me, and then the buzzer sounds, just like the buzzer sounds, on millions of innocent children who are aborted by Planned Parenthood every year with taxpayer dollars. Buzzing around Austin, Texas today on a beautiful Friday, and we're trying to find out if people care that Beto O'Rourke has engaged in massive campaign finance violations, caught funding the migrant caravan coming here from the southern border. So let's find out. I'm going to say it was Ted Cruz that did it, and then it'll be a big deal. That's how we're going to do this one. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, maybe there's a Beto tent. Oh, TP USA. How do you like that? How you doing, man? Yeah, you think so? You guys with TP USA out here?
Yeah, I've been good.
All right. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Hey, did you guys see the undercover Cruz tape? Did you see the undercover Cruz video? Cruz campaign caught in campaign finance violations. Did you guys see that? You guys didn't see that? Don't you think that's a big deal? So, but I'm saying now that you've heard about it, there's undercover tapes. They just got released last night. Ted Cruz campaign admitting campaign finance violations. What do you think? Campaign finance violations. They were actually funding, they were giving money, prepaid cards to illegal immigrants.
You're talking about the Cruz campaign?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was the Beto campaign. You're right. It was the Beto campaign with undercover tapes. You're right about that. So what do you think about that?
I don't know anything about it. Seen it, so we can't. And I haven't seen it.
Okay,
Hey,
but
guys, don't participate.
Don't participate in free speech?
No, don't participate with you.
Don't participate in free speech. So there's undercover tapes of a politician, his campaign admitting campaign finance violations, and nobody wants to talk about it. And this guy says don't participate in free speech in a public forum. I mean, that's not a good image, sir.
If you don't turn off the camera, I will call the cops.
Go ahead and call the cops. That's fine. I'm not doing anything illegal. This is public property. You don't have to be on film. So it's a first-person consent state. I know the law. Okay, you're fine. You're not being filmed. All right. So I think it's amazing that nobody out here is talking about undercover video of Beto O'Rourke's campaign engaging in, oh, it's Beto. Oh, you know, Beto O'Rourke tried to become part of the Hispanic heritage culture in the caucus, and they rejected him for lack of Hispanic heritage. He's not even Hispanic. He's a total fraud, and his campaign has now been caught in undercover video admitting to campaign finance violations, and the biggest midterm elections in all of your lives is 4 days away, and none of you even know about it. None of you even know about it. You have all of these signs out here acting like you care about politics, like you want to be informed voters, and you don't even inform yourselves enough on your own Senate elections.
Fatality! So can we have an honest talk about Second Amendment rights?
Yeah, shall not be infringed. What more do you need to read? Yeah, here comes the cult leader again. Don't talk to InfoWars. He's too smart for us. I can't handle myself in a debate against InfoWars, so I just tell people not to talk. Yeah, just move on. Just move on. We can't debate these people. They're too smart for us. Go hang out with your cult. Go hang out with your cult.
They've been targeting America for decades with their propaganda and lies. So we're going to come out here in unity and march against violence so that they know when they stage an event and try to blame Trump supporters, they can see that these are peaceful people. So it looks like this is a group of people here today
Wow, a lot of Second Amendment activists out here. And looks like they're going to be out here making sure that no Antifa shows up, no communists show up. You can see the no to the hammer and sickle. Look at this. No Nazis, no communists, right there. You see that? No Nazis and no communists. See, that's actually a good idea. Now they have to mark their territory. So this is like, you know, before you have a conversation with someone, nowadays you have to prove you're not a racist. You have to prove you're not a Nazi, you know, prove you're not a, you know, whatever. So that's what you do now. You just wear the patch. And so now when they walk up and they call these guys Nazis, they can just be like, no, don't you see the patch right there? I'm not a Nazi, but that won't stop them. So, all right, so we've got a lot of other patriots out here. I'm sure there'll be a lot of other live streams. How are you guys doing today?
What's going on?
Oh, a little communist baby right there?
Little communist baby.
Oh, wait, tell me about the communist baby. Why is it crying?
I got my Antifa pacification kit down here, so if anything happens, I got some safety pins. And
are you expecting Antifa to be crying here today?
Absolutely. There's already a group forming over here on the north side of the archives. If you want to go look at them, they're at the corner of San Jacinto and 12th.
Let's get one more look here. He's got the pacifiers. He's got the communists crying. Why is the communist crying? Why is it so sad? Communism, it works, right? Why is the communist so sad?
Because we're making America great again.
Owen Schroyer here for Infowars.com, and I am at Reagan International DC Airport here, and I just wanted to file this quick report, and you'll notice something. There's a trend to some of the books on this shelf. You've got the fake Bob Woodward book with fake sources that don't exist or even said that they didn't say that. You've got The Apprentice, Trump, Russia, and the Subversion of American Democracy. So it's, you know, anti-Trump. You go down here, The Shadow President, The Truth About Mike Pence. So, you know, it's all this anti-Trump propaganda everywhere. And of course, let's not forget about the television news that hates Trump. Let's not forget about Hollywood that hates Trump, the media, the celebrities, the pop culture that hates Trump. So the anti-Trump propaganda is pretty much everywhere, but Trump's approval ratings are still over 50%. So think about that. But despite all the propaganda, folks, despite all the anti-Trump propaganda, guess what? He's still winning, and we're still winning. The propagandists are losing, ladies and gentlemen. America is winning.
God bless America, my home, sweet home. I won't take you any higher. Let's hear it for the United States of America. God bless you.
And God bless President Donald Trump. God bless Donald Trump.